Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you see by this, this is today's topic of conversation. And it's something I've kind of wanted to sit down and wrap my head around for like a hot minute. And I'm glad that I finally decided to do so. Because Choose Your Legends is debuting next month. Literally, days, weeks from now. I don't really know when this is going live, but hopefully soon enough. It will be here. 6 months ago, everybody decided to vote for who they wanted to get a special outfit, as they outlined. And Choose Your Legends has been less exciting in recent years. I guess the Gatekeeper moment was kind of hype. Brave Houses was kind of... But for me personally, the last cool Brave banner that we had was year 3. It's personal preference every time, honestly. But this year, I feel like we have a good mix of stuff. There's some new, there's some old, there's some stuff that saved the franchise, plus an anniversary. Just a lot, you know? There's a lot. And our community specifically... I don't know why I decided to lobby for Awakening Tiki, but it paid off because she won. She won big, and that is pretty darn cool. Man, that's pretty darn cool. That's like 19,000 vote difference between first and second place on the women's side. That's insane, dude. Crom also did just an absolute banger of a job over here. So I kind of wanted to take a minute to think what might the Brave banner potentially look like, hopefully before it gets revealed or teased or what have you, and just kind of give some thoughts to it, because this comes about once a year, and once a character wins, they cannot win again. So this is it. Like Brave Crom, Awakening Tiki, Lady Byleth, Seliph, this is it. You'll never have another Brave version of these. Unless, of course, there's like an Ascended thing or... But as long as they're unique, I'm happy. Okay? So here's what I'd like to do. Let's start down here. We'll just work our way back up the ladder. Female Byleth, I feel like, is seen as the main staple. Okay? She... usually is used in visuals more frequently than male Byleth, which is kind of a bummer, because I do like male Byleth's design a little bit better. Although the detail in female Byleth's tights are insane. I have seen artists and cosplayers pull it off in their representations of work, and y'all blow my mind. I don't know how you do that. There's so much dedication or self-loathing that goes into that kind of detail. I don't know, but I envy it a lot. I would like to see her pop up as a Geralt figure. And I'm sure that's not an uncommon thought. The other thing that I kind of toyed around with would be like a Sea-Tree type situation. I don't know. I feel like we got Enlightened, right? Enlightened Byleth. For both of their legendary versions, male and female. I hope they don't go that route. I hope they go ancestral, right? Or Sothis Regalia. That could be a thing too. Sothis Regalia was an outfit in 3 Houses, so that's something. I feel like that look suits itself more to female Byleth. I think that's usually the visualization that they use with it. But male Byleth can also wear it. So I guess technically if male Byleth were to win eventually, they could do a similar look. But the Sothis Regalia, I would rather have female Byleth up on some like jacked up armor, sitting atop a horse with a lance, Geralt style. That would be my preferred take with her. Will it happen? Probably not. But you know, there's a couple cool options. They could even go like Dancer Byleth like they did with Marianne. But again, I'm kind of hoping that they do something more unique and less predictable, right? Seliph. Everything I just said about female Violet, forget about it. I want predictables. Okay? My man has been outclassed. Okay? Like, he's a little rough around the edges, even with his resplendent stats. His legendary, I don't know if it debuted well, but it certainly didn't really age well, which is kind of a bummer. Unless you put a lot of effort into your Seliph, being a sword, he just kind of gets outclassed too easily. And that makes me sad. So, in an ideal world, I want to see Seliph done justice, and I want to see him be just this insane, ridiculous sword unit. And I believe that all units will be getting some sort of unique passive now, or something along that line. Whereas in previous years, it had only been the first place winner of each category. So I feel like they have an opportunity there to actually make Seliph really good and give Seliph fans something that they've been wanting for a long time, and it just hasn't paid off. I mean, it has, but it hasn't. You know what I mean? Yeah, you get it. I'm not trying to smack talk Seliph. I know that he could be a lot better, and I want him to be better. And so I want him to be the sword. I want Byleth to be the blue option, and I want Seliph to be the red option. I want him to be the sword. Straight up. Just the swordiest sword boy that ever did sword things. Okay? That's what I'm hoping Seliph does. I hope they give him all the genealogies, okay? And he just rips them apart with his sword. Okay? That's what I want from my boy Seliph. Alright? And I hope that Seliph fans eat real good this year. Okay? I genuinely do. Y'all have been waiting. Everybody's out here like, ooh, Crom. Seliph fans have been waiting too. Okay? And I'm just here. I'm advocating for everybody here. Alright? That's all I'm trying to do. Okay? That's what I'm trying to do. Speaking of Crom. Speaking of Crom. Crom is here. He actually got the most votes out of anybody in the top 2 here for each category. Double what Byleth got, which is crazy. But he actually beat out Tiki, which normally I believe that the #1 lady spot typically has the most votes overall. So Crom fans were dedicated this year, and I respect them for that a lot. Crom, I would like to see. Okay, don't laugh. Don't hate on me. Okay, don't laugh at me. I would like to see him Emerin style. Okay, did you get your giggles out? Okay, cool. I want to see him be a healer. I genuinely do. I think he would be really cool as a healer. And, you know, that's not to necessarily say that we have to have a colorless healer, right? But I think it would be cool if we had one. Straight up. It has been a minute since we have had a healer, if you recall correctly. I would like to see Crom in Emerin style be a healer. I don't want another Falchion. I just don't. I want something unpredictable. The only predictable thing I want is for Seliph to have Tearving and to just destroy things. That's all I want. Crom, I want to heal things. I want him to heal the heart of a player base that fought hard for him and are now reaping the benefits. And I want him to heal the wounds that were created throughout Choose Your Legend 6. Okay? And I want everyone to be able to unite around Healer Crom. That's what I want. That's my dream. And also, I think the outfit would be a pretty big deviation from where he's at now, which would be kind of nice. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping. That's what my hope is. I'm hoping that Crom is a healer. He is our colorless representative, and that is what it be. Now, as for Tiki, okay, this is where it gets a little convoluted. So stay with me. There exists a world, okay, in which Tiki wields a falchion. But I don't want that, Okay, I don't want Falchion Tiki. As sick as that would be, okay, Tiki like dressed up in some kind of like Marth attire. Based on how they did Brave Marth last year, I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling that it would just come off as like a color swap in Smash Bros. Okay, like it's gonna feel too generic, and I don't like that idea. I genuinely do not like that concept. So, as cool as a Falchion wielding Tiki would be, and it would be dope, I don't want that to happen this time. But yeah, I'm not interested in having that. Tiki is the one that, you know, I lobbied for. We will probably try and plus 10 her on debut. We get at least a spark and a free pick, so that's 2. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? In an ideal world, I would like to see her as a Naga Ascendant type of thing. And I would be remiss if I did not share this as well. There is a particular artist on Twitter that I follow who is also a Tiki fan. And Sakurami has done this. So shout outs to them. I will link this tweet in the description. You should go check it out and show it some love. But this is basically, you know, how we have Naga in Fae, or just in Awakening in general. This is basically a Naga-inspired Awakening Tiki. And I think something like that for her would be really cool, because she is supposed to be like the descendant, like she's supposed to be Naga's daughter. Right? And, you know, eventually, I think Tiki would take Naga's place, sort of, something like that. I don't know. I would like to see that happen. Okay, and if it has to be a Falchion Tiki, it has to be a Falchion Tiki. That's still a dope alternative. But having Tiki stay a dragon, but be a good dragon, is like the one dream. Okay, because Awakening Tiki was the first unit in Fae that I plus 10. Alright, she was the character in Awakening when I played it that I got the most excited about, because it was drawing all of these timelines kind of together. And it was an embodiment of lore and references just in a single character, and that was really, really cool. So I would like to see that done justice. Not to mention that Awakening Tiki usually gets the shaft. In fact, we have a ton of really, really great young Tiki versions in the game. The Awakening Tiki has the Melon Axe Summer unit, right? Who didn't really age super well, and then, you know, just Red Awakening Tiki, and that's that. So it's not great. She doesn't have a lot of viability in the game currently, and I feel like her Brave alt, her Brave version, would be a really good opportunity for her to be better defined and be better utilized as a character in a unit in the game. Because Awakening Tiki specifically is one of my favorites throughout all of Fire Emblem, throughout every series, because of what she represents, because of the connections that she represents, and it's just cool. It's cool to see that she's taken first place in the women's divisions. I think second place overall. I would like to see her done justice, and to embody some sort of Naga form would be really cool. So that's kind of where I'm at, and of course that would leave her as being green. Could swap out like Axe, right, for Byleth. That might be kind of cool. Instead of a lance, she'd be an Axe Cav. That could be neat. And then you could have a blue Tiki, and then she would be like a direct, you know, inheritance of Naga, who is a blue flyer dragon. Also hoping she's a flyer, not an infantry. And they give her a really, really cool flyer skill. But maybe she'll be a Cav dragon. I don't know. Those are really popular these days. They're making all kinds of gods Cav dragons. So maybe. I don't know. That's crazy. But those are just some preliminary thoughts I have, and what my hopes for CYL6 is. And I've said this before. I will say it again for the sake of continuity. We have no control over what these characters look like once they get like voted in, right? Like we go here, we show up, we vote. We don't have any say in what the final product looks like, which can be a little disheartening sometimes. But, you know, always optimistic and hoping for the best over here. And I hope they do right by all of these characters. Female Byleth is very beloved, you know. She introduced, well, 3 houses in general, introduced a lot of new fans to the franchise, which is great. CYL6 for those diehards who, you know, one way or another played Genealogy and loved it. And then Awakening, which outrightly saved the series as a whole. And, you know, there's strong fan bases for all of these characters. Obviously, they're, you know, they're the top 4. They're the winners. So I'm just hoping that they're done well and that it's not a lazy thing. That's always my only hope, really, like the primary thing. I don't want the developers of these new units to be lazy and just kind of like take the easy route, which is kind of like what they did for Choose Your Legends 4, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm just hoping they do something cool, because this one means a lot. This feels very, very akin to Choose Your Legends 3 for me, and I'm hopeful, man. I'm really hopeful. I'm really hopeful, and I'm excited to be excited about about this, genuinely. So in the comments, do me a favor, let me know who you're expecting what color to be. So which color do you think each character is going to be? What their type is? All of that stuff. Give me a quickie breakdown, okay? And we can come back in hindsight and look at this probably in a couple weeks from now and see how it all shook out. But that's gonna be it for me right now. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring bell, notifications, kudos, Susan YouTube, all the things. And until then, I will catch you next time.